Trump's bold move, cutting federal funds for PBS and NPR. In a surprising turn of events, President Donald Trump has taken a decisive step by signing an executive order aimed at slashing federal funding for public broadcasting giants PBS and NPR. This move comes as he accuses these organizations of harboring a bias in their reporting, claiming they use taxpayer money to promote what he calls radical, woke propaganda disguised as news. The executive order directs the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and other federal agencies to halt all federal funding for NPR and PBS. It also mandates these organizations to eliminate any indirect public financing they may receive. The White House's announcement on social media emphasized that these outlets receive millions from taxpayers, stirring up a heated debate about the role of public media in America. This latest action is part of a broader strategy by Trump and his administration to exert control over institutions that they believe do not align with their views. Since taking office, Trump has made headlines by dismissing leaders, placing staff on administrative leave, and cutting hundreds of millions of dollars in funding to various cultural and educational institutions, including artists, libraries, and museums. Notably, he has targeted the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts and the National Endowment for the Humanities, while also threatening to withhold federal research and education funds from universities unless they dismantle diversity programs that he finds objectionable. PBS and NPR rely on approximately $500 million in public funding through the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and they have been bracing for potential cuts since Trump's election, as Republican lawmakers have long voiced their discontent with these organizations. Paula Kerger, the CEO and president of PBS, expressed her concerns about the impact of these funding cuts, stating that the Trump administration's actions would disrupt the vital services that PBS and local member stations provide to the American public. "There's nothing more American than PBS, and our work is only possible because of the bipartisan support we have always received from Congress," she remarked. Kerger emphasized that this public-private partnership is crucial for preparing millions of children for success in school and life, while also delivering high-quality, enriching programs. In a twist of events, just days before the executive order, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting filed a lawsuit against Trump, challenging his authority to fire 3 members of its 5-person board. The lawsuit argues that this action exceeds presidential authority and threatens the board's ability to function effectively. Adding to the complexity, the White House recently announced plans to ask Congress to rescind funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting as part of a larger $9.1 billion budget cut proposal. However, this package has yet to be presented to Capitol Hill. This aggressive stance against PBS and NPR coincides with the administration's efforts to dismantle the U.S. Agency for Global Media, which oversees independent news outlets like Voice of America and Radio Free Europe/Radio Liberty. These organizations were established to promote independent journalism in countries where press freedom is restricted. However, their funding has faced legal challenges, with federal courts ruling that the Trump administration may have overstepped its authority in withholding funds appropriated by Congress. As the situation unfolds, the future of public broadcasting in America hangs in the balance, raising questions about the role of government funding in media and the importance of independent journalism in a democratic society.